You know what's magical? The speed at which the stock market is crumbling before our very eyes. Had a good bump yesterday. Our president had to go on and uh, recant some comments about the tariffs in order to get the market back. But then today, everyone knew, well, that's just a bunch of horse shit, and the market continued to react. Today, they tumbled after, I think, 145% tariff on China now is the number, and so the response, the world is rebuking this tariff nonsense, right? This is what's happening. I'll give you a Trump quote from today you can react to. Talking about his cabinet. Everyone at this table is doing an incredible job. Fourth grade grammar here, by the way. I have to say, incredible. The relationships are, it's like they're friends. The relationships are very strong, really good, really strong, and these meetings are very good. So that's some clarity for you if you needed to know what's going on.
See, when you first started down this path about when we were going to talk about this, I immediately in my mind said, you know, yes, like yesterday when the market, the Dow was up almost 3,000 points. I said, can you imagine if you sat and talked for like a portion of this show, 20 minutes about what's going on right now, because the chances of it being relevant Monday with this administration,
If you're talking about being red, it red
I
in
mean,
color.
no, but I mean the he just midway through the day that the bond market's starting to crumble, and we're just going to halt this for 90 days. And then there's nothing ever that follows that. There's nothing that says, and this is kind of the game plan where we're going to sit with this economic group and we're going to look at things. And it's always just,
Well, there's no plan.
well,
It's
exactly.
all seat of the pants. And this thing where we're gonna outlast China and Japan with these tariffs. We're never gonna, as you know, trade will never balance. It can't, because country to country there's different labor laws, expenses. We don't pay nearly as low as China does. You're never going to have balanced trade because the production costs
Well, I
in
mean,
different
we
countries.
did it last week. It was U.S. was $70 for an auto. It was 40 in Canada. It was 6 in Mexico.
Right,
Where are you going to build a car?
right. And they're buying the U.S. made products. Why are we only, first of all, talking about manufacturing? We treat this like this is the only industry in the world. There are a lot of the places we can put our focus and still lead the world in a zillion other industries. There's this hyper
Because
focus on
we're too busy
production
we're
lines
too
and
busy doing what we do best, and that's be consumers. Because that's what we are.
yeah.
We're fucking consumers.
I want to bring up a graph real quick, Kev. A little graphic about the world markets after this last week or a week and a half or so of these tariff threats and talks. We think we're going to batter the world
Submission.
into submission. So here we'll click by region. Here's the U.S. markets from the Dow, S&P, Nasdaq, the VIX, which is volatility. So the more volatile a market, the higher that goes. But the Russell, which is technology, right? So all the way down. So it's all red. You're seeing this is just a snapshot of what's going on today. So it's all red. So here's the U.S. markets. Click Asia. For those of you listening, it's it's green except was it Japan? The Nikkei in Japan, and Australia is, I guess, down 2% down there, and then Europe. If you click Europe, they're entirely green. So all the tariff talk and threats and the imposition of, what was it, a flat 10% now? It's not affecting anyone's work. All the other markets are fine and green. It's ours that are taking the hit because we're paying the tariffs. And we're going to have to charge our consumers more. And no, nobody's going to be driving a Chevy in Dubai ever.
No.
So the tariffs are not going to do this. Oh, God, I have a headache. I
Listen,
feel like I'm explaining to people that the sky is blue. This is common sense to everybody.
It's
except
it's not gonna fight. We're not going to become manufacturers.
No. And this is
Like-
just to offset a $4.7 trillion tax cut so they could take it. They're trying to find ways to pay for themselves to take that tax cut. And tariffs, they think, are a fine way to collect that money. And we will pay for it.
It just doesn't work.
Dear Sexy. How about some Dear Sexy, Kev? Can you help two people out, please? I have two letters here. Can we use that phrase that was used throughout the last administration? Were you better off 4 years ago or today? I don't hear that too much anymore.
No, I haven't heard that much.
Haven't heard that.
No, I haven't heard that too much.